Hey guys, what's up? It's Matt here on Just for Fun. If you've watched the standard decks recently, you know I recorded with a red polymorph style deck with Indomitable Creativity, and told you that I was going to try to make it in Modern, and I did, and it's so good. And, what is that? Get out of here. I don't even know what this is. Go away. And I've been having so much fun with the deck. Seriously, I just wanted to talk for a second. Sorry, I'll show you the deck in a second. I've been just having, it's been the most fun I've had playing Magic in a long time. I think the deck is really good. It's really good. It is easily disruptible, but there's so much redundancy that you can go off and then go off again. I have lost with the deck, but my record is way better than I thought it would be, and it's just good fun. So super fast, all in kind of deck. And here's how it works. So we've got two different combos going on, and sort of a third path to victory that occurs occasionally too. So it's very versatile for a monocolor deck, although it's sort of two color red / colorless. Okay, so here's how the deck works. So combo number one is any sort of dorks, right? Token creatures, right? So we have 7 token making spells. Actually, we have 15 if you count these, and we have 4 creature lands in the Mutavaults that we can use in order to have targets for our Indomitable Creativity without having actual creatures in our deck. So what this says is destroy X artifacts or creatures for each one destroyed. Go through your library till you hit an actual artifact or creature, and then put that in play instead. So we've got 4 actual creatures. We've got Platinum Empyrean, which is, you know, a pretty powerful effect. It's an 8/8, life total can't change. A lot of decks just straight up can't beat that. We've got Ulamog as an indestructible, I think that's a 10/10, right? Yeah, indestructible 10/10 annihilator threat. We've got Emrakul, everybody knows Emrakul. We've got Dragonlord Colahan, which is a 6/5 flying haste, which is fine, but it also gives everything else haste. So if you hit this and Ulamog, or this and Emrakul, you can attack, you know, pretty much for lethal the turn that you do it. So pretty strong. We also have these Madcap experiments as another way to get Platinum Empyrean. Basically, if you cast this and the only artifact in your deck is Platinum Empyrean, it's going to pull that one up without doing you any damage, because the downside to this card is that you get hit for damage for each card you reveal, but this says your life total doesn't change. So when this comes into play, that ability prevents this damage from Madcap Experiment. Also, because we have 15 token making spells and 4 creature lands, sometimes you can just go on the token beatdown plan if you really need to. And, you know, that's another thing that some decks just can't deal with. In order to speed things up, we've got 8 rituals, which allows us to get all the red mana we need. And that's allowing us to play these 8 other lands, so we have colorless sources for our Warping Whale. Warping Whale is an all-star. I mean, this card is way better than it looks on the surface. I remember previewing this card and being like, that card sucks because none of those effects are worth 2 mana and a card, but they have all been, because first of all, the third ability, create a 1/1 dude that sacks, is kind of like a rampant growth effect that you can cast at the end of your turn in any color. So this is pretty strong, that ability. Sometimes exiling a Thalia is going to just win you the game. Sometimes countering your opponent's you know, very powerful sorcery, like your Tooth and Nail or whatever, is going to win you the game. So you know, this is a way stronger card than it looks. This is great at picking off utility creatures. Faithless Looting is amazing if you're you know, if you don't have enough combo pieces to go off, you can sort of like find them, or later in the game, if you've gone off already and didn't win, you can use this to try to go off again, like get the other pieces you need. Most of the time, what I'm using this for is to ditch Ulamog or Emrakul that are in my hand, so that I can hit them again with creativity. And because these two shuffle everything back in, you get another go at it. So there's a lot of play to the deck, and I play kind of fast in the videos because I've played so many matches with this deck and I tweaked it a million times. This is not the original configuration by far, but I found it to be very strong in this setup. This sideboard is actually interesting. So if we're playing against counterspell deck, we can board in Boseiju. If there's a Graph Cage or something else that's going to prevent us from going off, we got Smelt for that. We got Surgicals for, cards that we can't beat. Iona is good against white decks. So because Path to Exile is kind of like an easy way to get rid of our indestructible guys. So Iona's kind of there for that. Progenitus has protection from everything. So sometimes it's just better than Ulamog, right? Worldspine Worm, I figured, there are times that this could be good against a black deck with a lot of destroy effects, or I don't know. I figured there might be some situation in which this is good. And Blightsteel against like a life gain kind of deck, I can just kill somebody with this pretty easily, right? Now the bolts and so for example, my plan against a lot of decks that can deal with Platinum, if the deck can't deal with Platinum Empyrean, then obviously these 5 cards are going to stay in. If the deck can deal with it really easily, I will board these out. So let's say it's a white deck that is playing Path. So I'll probably board out these things, right? And I'll board in the bolts, Iona, and Progenitus. So we have other ways of winning. So you can sort of see what I'm getting at, that you can tweak a lot of things, and a sideboard that's actually meaningful. And oh my god, I'm in love with this deck. This deck is so much fun. Please watch the videos, like, comment, subscribe, and try the deck. Seriously, if you have these cards in real life, pick it up, take it to the tournament, tell me how it goes. I don't play tournaments, but somebody please build it and play it, because I know it's good. In my heart of hearts, this deck is good. Play it.